Hello and welcome back. Welcome again to another English class, to another half-hour segment of learning English. And in my case, learning English, no, teaching English. My English is perfect. Bueno, miento. My English is not perfect. Your Spanish is not perfect because every day in English I need to speak, and some days I'm more eloquent or more effective in my communication, and other days I'm less eloquent and less effective. Even you. In many moments you say, me he expresado mal. Si hubiera dicho, and you think about more eloquent or more high-impact ways in which you could express yourself in Spanish. So imagine in a second language, it happens even more often. So you need simply to continue working day in and day out with the language. But right now, you need to sit down and pay attention. Okay? My job is to teach, your job is to learn. And the most important aspect in learning a second language is learning to understand it. Because when people speak, like me or my sister or my friend or my boss or my subordinates or people around me, when we speak in English, we use normal words. I guarantee you, if you followed me for 72 hours, 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, following me with a microphone, recording everything I say in my day-to-day activities with friends, colleagues, superiors, subordinates, if you follow me with a microphone, recording everything, and then the next week at home, you sit down and you transcribe everything that I said, and you look at it and you'll say, anda, pues lo entiendo a la perfección, prácticamente. You will understand 98, 97, 95% of everything I said. If you see it in writing, you'd say, oh, he uses normal English that I know. Of course. When I speak in normal situations of work and my private and my public or professional life, I don't use sophisticated vocabulary. I don't use strange expressions. I use expressions, words, verbs, adjectives that you know probably. So when you don't understand me or other people or movies, usually it's because your ear is not discriminating sounds and the way we connect words. Okay? So you need to develop the ability to discriminate sounds. How? Only one way. Hearing the language. Y digo oyendo el idioma. No he dicho escuchando el idioma. Because there's a difference between to hear and to listen. To hear is captar sonidos. Inteligibles o ininteligibles. To capture sounds, you can hear. You can hear the music in the background. You can hear me knocking on the table, but you're listening to me speak English. But you can hear the noise, and it's annoying. Molesta. It's annoying. But so what you have to do now is sit down and listen to this program, to myself, to my guest, whom I will introduce in a few moments, and relax. Don't try to understand me. No hagáis ningún esfuerzo por entenderme o para entenderme. Don't try. Because if you try, if you make an effort and you tense up and you try to understand me, you are adopting an incorrect listening position or posture. And it's counterproductive. Ojo, contraproducente. If you try to understand, you adopt a position of word capture, captura de palabras, y trata de unirlas en algo inteligible. That's wrong. Cuando me oyes hablar en español, me entendéis perfectamente. ¿Por qué? Because you're not. ¿Qué es lo que acaba de decir? Textualmente, decidme lo que acaba de decir. You can't. Because you are not paying attention to the words. You are absorbing the general idea that the words convey, that the words transmit. And so, you have to adopt, or you have to fomentar esa habilidad. You have to promote, promover, promote, promote escrito. You have to promote that ability. And so the only way to do it is to relax and to hear the language, oír el idioma, como las olas del mar que conforman una playa. the words that I say every day on Aprende Inglés TV, my show, other shows, constant exposure, and finally it opens your ear because you remember, you recorded me speaking for 48 or 72 hours, and you discovered after the transcription of my recording that I speak normal English that you would understand if I spoke clearly. But I don't. I speak quickly. I link words in a special way. And so it's tough to understand. So relax, enjoy the program, and let me introduce my guest who is sitting on my left. She's not sitting on my right, and her name is Blanca. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Are you glad to be here?
I'm glad to be here.
She says she's glad to be here. Se alegra de estar aquí. ¿Cuál es lo contrario? Are you glad to be here or are you sorry to be here?
I'm glad to be here.
Okay. She says she's glad to be here. She's not sorry. No lamenta estar aquí. Se alegra. She is glad. I'm glad. I'm glad she's here and she's glad to be here. I'm not sorry she's here and she's not sorry to be here. Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You don't look Spanish.
No, I'm not Spanish.
Are you French?
No, I'm not.
Are you European?
I'm not.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Are you American?
No, I'm not.
Are you South American?
No, I'm not.
Are you Asian?
Yes, I am.
Are you from Japan?
No, I'm not.
Are you from South Korea?
No, I'm not.
Are you from North Korea?
No, I'm not.
Are you from Mongolia?
No, I'm not.
Are you from the Philippines?
No, I'm not.
Are you from Vietnam?
No, I'm not.
Sabe, no, I'm not. Muy bien. Tendré que cambiar otra forma. Well, what country are you from?
I come from China.
Pero si dice I'm from.
I'm from China.
Are you from China?
Yes, I am.
Are you from Beijing?
No, I'm not.
Are you from Canton?
No, I'm not.
Are you from Hong Kong?
No, I'm not.
Are you from Tibet?
No, I'm not.
Are you from Shanghai? Kind of.
Kind of.
Más o menos. But are you from Shanghai City or from a place near Shanghai?
From a place near Shanghai.
Near Shanghai. Por cierto, aquí en español decís Shanghai. Shanghai. En inglés, Shanghai. High, como alto. Low, high. Shanghai. Oh, hi, how are you? Shanghai. Shanghai. So you're from a city near Shanghai or a small village?
A city near Shanghai.
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 What's the first letter in the alphabet?
A.
Good.
Shanghai.
No has dicho the first letter in the alphabet.
A.
Shang. Eso. Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Okay, but what's the name of the city?
Wenzhou.
Wenzhou.
Yes.
Is it a big city or a small city?
It's big city.
It's a
big city.
It's a big city. Were you born in that city?
Yes, I was born in that city.
Okay. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
2 sisters and 1 brother?
Yes.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the second one.
You're the second one. The older one, is it a brother or a sister? He?
No, it's a sister.
It's a sister. Okay. Is she a little older or a lot older than you?
She's 2 years older than I am.
Okay. So, yeah, you speak very, very strict, regimented, rigorous English. Okay, but you were born in China.
Yes.
In a city near Shanghai. How far is it from Wenzhou to Shanghai?
I think it's 500 kilometers.
500 kilometers?
Yes.
That's not near. It's 500 kilometers from here to Lérida or
but,
to...
you know, China is very big.
China is very big. So relatively speaking,
yes.
Repeat?
So relatively speaking,
all right.
It's
Wenzhou?
not so far.
It's not so far. It's not so far.
It's not so far.
Okay. All right. So, but now do you live in China or do you live in Spain?
As you can see, I'm living in Madrid.
Well, maybe you're here visiting.
No, I'm not.
So you live in Madrid?
Yes.
Okay. And did you come to Madrid last year?
No, I came to Madrid.
Well, did you come to Madrid last year?
No, I didn't.
All right. Did you come to Madrid about 5 years ago?
No, I didn't.
Did you come to Madrid before the turn of the century?
Yes, of course.
¿Cómo que of course?
I
Yo no
know.
lo sé. Did you come to Madrid before?
No, I can't. No, I didn't.
Did you come after?
After.
No. Excuse me. Did you come to Madrid in the 90s?
Yes, I came to Madrid. I came to Madrid in the 90s.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I thought you came to Madrid in the 80s.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
Are you nervous?
Just a little bit.
All right. So so you came to Madrid in the 80s?
Yes.
How old were you when you came to Madrid?
When I came to Madrid, I was 16 years old.
Really? 16 years old?
Yes.
Okay. And was it a strange experience for you to come here? At the beginning?
At the beginning. Because I...
No, was it strange or not?
It wasn't.
It wasn't a strange experience.
Because I have been... because I lived 4 years in Valencia.
Oh, you lived in Valencia for 4 years?
Yes.
How old were you when you came to Spain?
I was 12 years old.
Okay. Did you speak Spanish?
No, I didn't.
How many languages did you speak when you came to Spain?
Just Chinese.
Just Chinese. Did you speak Mandarin Chinese or Cantonese Chinese?
I speak Mandarin.
Well, I speak, okay.
Mandarin Chinese.
Do you understand Cantonese Chinese?
No, I can't.
Do you understand?
No, I don't.
All right. Ask me if I understand Chinese.
Do you understand Chinese?
No, I don't. Ask me if I have ever studied Chinese.
Have you ever studied Chinese?
No, I haven't. Ask me if I would like to speak Chinese.
Would you like to speak Chinese?
Of course I would. But ask me if I would like to study it.
Would you like to study it?
Not really. Ask me why.
Why wouldn't you like to study it?
I don't have time. Ask me if I would study Chinese if I were 15 years old now.
Would you study Chinese if you were 16 years old?
16 or 15?
Or 15 years old?
If I were 15, probably yes, I would be interested in studying Chinese, but it's a little too late for me now. You came when you were 12.
Yes.
Did you come alone or with your family?
I came with my parents and my older sister.
Okay, so just two. You have 3 brothers and sisters, right?
Yes.
So the other 2? Did the other 2 stay in China?
Yes, they stayed in China with my grandmother.
Ah, and why didn't you come? Why didn't they come with you? Why didn't they come with you?
Maybe my parents wanted them to stay in China to study a little more Chinese.
How old were they when you came here?
When I came here, they were 10 and 11 years old.
Okay, so first you went to Valencia.
Yes.
How many years did you live in Valencia?
For 4 years.
All right, repeat. We lived?
We lived in Valencia for 4 years.
Valencia es con V.
Okay. We lived in Valencia.
Con V. Quiero más V.
We lived in Valencia.
Good. Okay, espera un momento, okay? Bring the camera to me. And be careful with your feet, okay?
Okay.
Don't make noise,
Okay.
all right? Valencia, 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 Valladolid, Valerie, all right? Victory, Vitoria, all right. La V en inglés es un sonido que realmente no hacéis normalmente en castellano. Quizá por Baleares o Levante se oye a veces una V típica de la V inglesa, all right? La V es fácil de formar porque es una F castellano en español. Falencia, Falencia, vampiro, varios vampiros valencianos vaporizaron a 20 viajeros, por ejemplo. Todo con F, pero ese es V. Imagina diciendo varios vampiros valencianos vaporizaron a 20 viajeros con F y luego activáis las cuerdas vocales al mismo tiempo. Varios vampiros valencianos, la F o la V es realmente una F vibrada con las cuerdas vocales activadas. Feria, veria, Valencia, Valencia. My father, victory. Esa es la V. Entonces tenéis el sonido, formáis físicamente con la boca la V, pero al formarlo hacéis F. Entonces activad las cuerdas vocales y ya lo tenéis. Entonces puedo decir Valencia, Valencia, pero no Valencia. Because in English, la V and the B, la B, are different letters, but totally different sounds. Victory, victory are totally different sounds. Es como en vez de llamar Madrid, Madrid, lo llamará Tadrid. con una T. Hay tanta diferencia en inglés entre la B y la V que entre la M y la T. Entonces, cuando decís en inglés victory, para victoria, o Valencia, un angloparlante entiende una ciudad que empieza por la letra B. Entonces está un poco despistado. Valencia, Valencia. Valencia with a V. Okay? So, you have to make the V. You have to make the V, Blanca.
Okay.
How many years did you live in Valencia?
I lived in Valencia
All right.
for 4 years.
¿Ves? Te tengo que dar un sermón. For 4 years.
Yes.
Do you remember Valencia?
Of course, I do.
Okay. Did you live in the center of the city or outside of the city?
In the center of the city.
You lived in the center of the city.
Yes.
And did you go to school?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember your first day in school?
Yes, I did.
Did you speak Spanish when you went to school?
Just hola y adios.
Hola and adios. But
Yeah.
did you go to a Spanish school or to a Chinese
To
school?
a Spanish school.
Okay. And so the first day of class, did your mother take you to the school?
No, she didn't.
Did your father take you?
No, he didn't. I was 12 years old.
Fine. But, okay, you're from China.
Yes,
Your family comes to Valencia.
yes,
You don't speak Spanish.
yes.
And you go to a school with many Spanish kids. Probably, for me, it would be a traumatic experience. Was it a traumatic experience?
No, it wasn't. I
But,
went.
excuse me, did you walk to school or did you catch a bus?
No, I walked to school.
Okay, what month of the year did you arrive in Valencia? Do you remember?
Yes, I arrived in January.
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 January. January. New. Color new. January, como where? E. January. Repeat.
January.
No, January, no. January, where?
January.
Como, ¿dónde? Where? January.
January.
All right. Where is January? I've lost January. It's before February. Okay. So you came in January. So you started school in the middle of the school year.
Yes.
All right. And the first day, did you walk or did you go by bus?
I walked.
Walked.
I walked
Did you walk with your sister or alone?
with my sister.
Okay, and your sister's older than you,
Yes.
2 years older.
Yes.
So your sister was 14.
Yes.
Were you nervous on your first day?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, how long had you been living in Spain before you went to school?
Maybe 1 week.
For 1 week?
Yes.
And your mother and your father didn't take you to school?
No, because I think I was quite adult.
Okay, I was quite mature.
Mature.
No, yo era bastante adulto. Tenía 12 años. Imagina, yendo a un país donde no habla ni el idioma, y ella es asiática, de oriental, y va al occidente, y el quinto día de estar en Valencia va andando al colegio y que ni habla el idioma. Your sister was 14.
Yes.
Did she speak Spanish?
No, she didn't.
So you and your sister went together, protecting each other.
We went together and we went with a Chinese dictionary.
With a Chinese-Spanish dictionary?
Yes.
Okay, good. But had you visited the school before going?
Yes, we did.
Did you go with your mother or father?
We went with...
We went.
We went with...
No digo went. We went.
We went.
Oh.
Okay. We went with a neighbor.
A neighbor. A Chinese neighbor.
No, a Spanish neighbor.
Ah, so you made friends very quickly.
Yes.
Okay. Now, were you living in a flat or in a house?
In a flat.
A big flat or a small flat?
Normal.
A normal flat.
A normal flat.
Relatively big or relatively small?
There were 3 rooms.
There were 3 rooms or 3 bedrooms?
There were 3 bedrooms.
Okay, so 1 for your parents, 1 for you, and 1 for your sister.
Yes.
Not bad. It's a good start.
Yes.
So you came to Valencia, and then in January, you and your sister, arm in arm, walked to school the first day.
Yes.
But did you go to the same classroom or to different classrooms?
No, we went to the same classroom.
But she was 14 and you were 12.
But that course, because we started in the middle, so they only wanted us to get by with the Spanish first.
Okay, fine. Now, when you reached the school, cuando llegaste al colegio, hay tres formas de decirlo. When you got to the school, when you arrived at the school, when you reached the school. En este caso me gusta el tercero. When you reached the school, was there anyone waiting for you, or did you have to find your classroom?
Well, we had to ask for...
No, to ask.
We had to ask the name of a teacher.
But you didn't speak Spanish?
Well, but they wrote it for us.
Ah, so you had a piece of paper.
Yes.
Okay, and so you went to the classroom, and you sat down.
Yes.
How many, okay, you and your sister.
Yes.
Did you sit at the front or in the back? You and your sister.
We sat in a different place.
Where did you sit?
Not in the same row.
Row es una fila.
Well, not in the same row.
You and I don't understand. How many rows were there in the classroom?
Maybe
5.
5, no, 10.
10 rows. And did you and your sister sit in the same row together?
No, we were seated.
We sat.
We sat separately. Separately.
Okay, good. Now, how many other Chinese people were there in your classroom?
No more Chinese people.
None.
None.
Voy a repetir la pregunta. How many more Chinese people were there in that class?
None.
None. Okay. Were you nervous?
Yes, a little bit.
All right. And at the beginning, the first day, you didn't understand anything. Is that right?
Well, we can understand English.
We could.
We could. Because...
But this was a long time ago in Valencia. Did the people speak English?
No, because we had English class. And we had class of math.
Okay.
So, all those signatures?
No, subjects.
Subjects?
Asignaturas, quieres
yes,
decir. Signature, perdona, Blanca.
Yes, signature firma.
Signature, signature.
Yes.
Repeat.
Signature
es una
is
firma. La
yes.
firma. To sign is firmar.
Yes.
Y mi firma is my signature. I need your signature on the bottom of this microphone. Please, sign on the bottom, sign on the back, it's your signature. Now, una signatura is a subject.
Subject.
Subject, como tema. All right? So, the math subject was easy. It was the same as in China.
Yes, quite easier than in China.
It was easier in Valencia than in China?
Yes.
All right. And then you had English class.
Yes.
And you spoke English.
Yes.
Did you speak English better than the kids in Valencia?
At that time, I think so.
All right. Okay, good. So your first day, do you still remember your first day?
Yes, I do.
How long did it take you to start to speak Spanish?
We try to speak Spanish maybe 10 words every day.
All right, good. Was it easy or difficult to make friends? New friends. Was it easy for you or difficult to make friends?
I made 3 very good Spanish friends.
Very quickly or in a long time?
Quickly, because maybe they were very interested in foreign people.
Maybe.
Because they hadn't ever seen any Asian people.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So you lived in Valencia for 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
Were you sad to come to Madrid or glad to come to Madrid?
When my parents decided to bring me to Spain, I was very sad because I was very happy in my Chinese school at that time.
All right, but you came to Valencia. But after four years in Valencia, you were fine.
Yes.
And then you stopped everything and came to Madrid
Yes.
again, to start again. And you were 16 at that time.
Yes.
Well, we'll come back and talk more about that.
Okay.
It's an interesting story. We have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
All right? We have a lot to talk about. Interesting. I can imagine a 12-year-old Chinese girl and her sister, 14, going to Valencia, 5 days later, starting school. They don't speak a word of Spanish. Eso requiere valor, valentía, coraje, courage, and bravery. And it's very interesting. We'll come back another day and talk more about that. Okay. We'll be back in just a few minutes for another half-hour segment of Vaughan and Vivo. So don't go away. Thank you.